Thanks to Sahara Restaurant Bar and Grill for hosting this party tonight, and for Eric and Natalie and Reggie for putting it together. Give everyone a round of applause. Before I get started, I just want to let you know a little bit about what's going to go on here. So we're going to have everybody line up on the right who signed up for the open mic, and once we get that started, then I'll go afterwards. Okay, so much for stalling time. I've known for a very, very long time that I was a little different from other people, and I've had several diagnoses to prove it. Special in certain ways, I guess. I was diagnosed with ADD when I was 6, which pretty much meant that my mind never stops moving. It's impossible for me to focus on any one thing at any given time unless I really like it, in which case it's impossible to break my focus. Then 10, depression, which is pretty straightforward. Instead of sad, you're depressed. Like droopy dog. But the big one by far was in my late 20s. I was diagnosed with bipolar. And when I was diagnosed with bipolar, my life changed forever. For better or worse, I don't really know, but it definitely changed. Bipolar is a little hard to understand for people, but the easiest way to explain it would be to say that instead of me having a regular happy or sad mood like most people, my sad mood has me depressed in bed, not sleeping, not eating, not showering, not brushing my teeth, not doing anything for days or weeks on end. Then my happy mood kicks in. Now your happy mood may be you get a gift at a birthday party and you're happy you received it. My happy mood is, you know what? I think I'm going to be an astronaut. Yeah! I think, I know I don't have the training for it in any way, shape, or form, but I'm pretty sure I have the ability to be an astronaut. So let me just go down to NASA, walk in the doors, and tell them I'm going to be an astronaut now. I know that most people have to take training, but that doesn't apply to me. I've heard that, what have I heard? Oh, Elon Musk wants to go to Mars, right? So I have to one-up him. I think I'll go to Jupiter. And then as you start to think of the logistics and whether or not Jupiter is even inhabitable, you come down from that and wake up and go about your day. But it's a slightly different extremes. So in order to take medication, I have to take drugs in order to not look like I need to take drugs.
Got this! You got it!
But yeah, it's an interesting life to be sure. And I remember the first time that I was diagnosed with bipolar, and I always will. It's something that's seared into my memory forever. And by that I mean I don't remember anything about it. I remember the day after, but I don't remember anything about that day. The doctor who had diagnosed me with bipolar the day before told me, it's really important, whatever you do, don't tell people you have bipolar. He said it is a very misdiagnosed illness and it will be used against you. And I told him, we have a small problem. And he asked what that problem was. And I had to be honest with him, and I told him, and I guess you haven't heard about the break-in last night. See, I broke out of the hospital last night, and I stole a car, and I went to my old school, and I told them that I had bipolar. I went to a local Costco down the street, walked in and told them I had bipolar. They were very confused. They just wanted to see my membership card. Then I took the car on a joyride down the road, and after I did that, I abandoned it on the side of the road, walked the 2 miles back to the hospital, and walked back in. So I've told pretty much everybody already. Do you have any other thoughts or concerns for me about why I should or shouldn't tell people? Yeah. Then when I finally started working at Costco, I realized, after having already worked in retail for 12 years at that time, that you actually start to get some abilities at Costco. Every single Costco employee in this room has superhuman reflexes. Because every single member that walks through the door is not paying attention to where they're going. So you constantly have to jump out of the way of children and duck and weave your way around carts as everyone goes about their day. Sometimes you can't even avoid the collision, and that's when you have to break out your Tai Chi moves and kind of just re-divert the energy of a cart coming across towards you from some inconsiderate asshole, sorry I mean member, and glances off your shoulder instead of head-on collision. But we all know the members. We all know the lovely, lovely things that they do and say. And the customer is always right, right? Except when they're wrong, which is always. A lot of people don't like working in retail. I actually do. All you're doing is working with people. You're seeing thousands of people, and you're seeing them go about their lives. So as a writer, I'm getting writing material for the crazy stuff that they're saying and doing. As an actor, I'm getting experience I can base characters off of the specific interactions. And as a comedian, like I said, the customer is not always right. So I have an endless wealth of material from our lovely, lovely members. And I don't have time to tell you all the many stories I have, but there is one that I can single out that I had to share with you tonight. It was about 5 years ago, and there was, how would I put this? What's the right way to say this? An absolutely insane woman crouched down around about 15 reefs on the ground, examining them for defects. So it was at the front of the building, not where the fence is, but right after the fence. And she was crouched down on the ground, I'll never forget this, saying things like, well, I think the ribbon on the left side is better on the right side, but that one has 3 berries and this one has 1 berry, and she has 20 reefs just on the ground, laid out. And I walked up to her just trying to figure out what was going on. What was this about? And the main thing I came to the conclusion of is that she was very particular, to say the least. But at first, I tried member service, to be kind and considerate and polite and understanding of whatever was going on in her head. But at 1 minute, became 5 minutes, became 10 minutes, and there was a line of people here, 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 and here, and she's blocking traffic. I started to get a little bit mean about it. And she still didn't know. I would start telling her things like, you know, it's kind of like Goldilocks. You just got to make sure you get the right wreath. I don't know if that one's better than the one over there, but you know how you can tell is if you buy it and you take it home, if you don't like it, you can always bring it back. But don't worry, no one else is waiting on you. We all have all day. And this went on for many, many minutes before I finally just picked up reefs off the ground and handed them to the members behind her, and then walked off. But that's one of the weirder encounters I have had at Costco by far. Let's see, what else do we have here? Did you guys know that if you make a really large meal, but you eat too much food, so you eat some for breakfast the next day, when you get home, or you bring some to a friend's house to share with them because you still have some. When you come home, you realize you leftovers. I have to be honest with you, that isn't part of my original material today. I was jotting down some notes at home, and when I got here, I realized I left over my leftover joke. I guess that's it. Everyone enjoy the rest of the night. We've got the raffle coming up in just a moment. Have a great night.
right, guys, give it up for Major Sales own George Spears, everybody. George Spears. All right, as George mentioned, we will be getting into the raffle very shortly. The moment you all be waiting for, of course. We're going to get